Whenever I find a tool that really makes a difference to my workflow or client work, I love sharing it with others, because there are a lot of unsolved problems in our practice still, and also there are a lot of tools on offer. Sometimes it's hard to know which ones to try out, or too many to try out. So if someone tried a tool out, then that's one way to save a little bit of trial and experimentation time. And the tool I have found is called Human Design, and it is making a big difference to my client work, and actually some tricky relationships also, because it gives a unique sneak peek preview or an insight into how the other person might operate that might be different to my normal ways, but I don't quite understand them, and it's sometimes hard to connect. For example, different people have different relationship with making choices, with making decisions. Some people make them well in the moment. They have an intuitive understanding of something, and they make a choice and go ahead. And some people need to wait through the emotional waves around something, or they need to sleep on it. And there are more than just these two modes of decision making, for example. And if your client happens to have a slightly different mode, slightly different normal to yours, sometimes it may be that your best tools and suggestions you're offering might not be landing as well as you were hoping for with them. And it can be a bit of a tricky situation, because if your best offerings are not working, but they're already a client, how do you do justice to your own tools, to your own contribution, and also to their process, to their results? And so this is how I discovered, in just such a situation, I discovered that Human Design was helpful, because I was already learning about it for myself. I was enjoying it. I was finding it very beneficial. And then I thought, with one particular client, what if I look them up, as it were, and sort of got some information about where the disconnect might be happening in terms of my pitching and their what works for them. So I asked them permission, and all you need is the date of birth, place of birth, and the time of birth, if they know it, in order to use a free online tool which will generate a chart and will give you the main headlines, the main key information about their best way of making decisions, of making choices, of moving projects along, and even what is the kind of thing that it really makes them tick, that they are really always prioritizing and looking for in life. Crucial information in order to create a win-win conversation or win-win interaction or collaboration, because if you understand what the other person needs to be fulfilled or what is important to them, it's easier then to create collaboration. And so that is the tool I'm recommending. And actually, it doesn't take much to learn the basic concepts, the implications of this. That there is a lot of nuance. You could be studying it for years. Some people do, but I found that I did an introductory course with a colleague who offers this, who does it really beautifully. And between that course and running the charts of several people I know, in order to kind of compare the person I know with what it looks like in the chart, I find that I'm feeling quite happy with being able to look up someone I don't know yet, a new client, and get a preliminary narrowing down of options in terms of how to pitch my intervention to them so that it's more palatable to them. So wonderful tool. And if you would like to look it up, I'll post a couple of links with this piece to both look up what Human Design is, to look at the introductory course that my colleague is offering, and you can and the website that offers the generation of charts. So you can, for example, run your own chart look it up, and if you like the accuracy or the resonance of what the chart offers for you, chances are that you would appreciate having this information for a client. And again, for integrity, I would recommend that you do this with your client's permission, so that they don't feel, there's something weird going on. But if you tell them that this is one way that you can narrow down your offerings, so that you give them the most aligned of the ones you in your toolkit, then chances are that they'll be happy to oblige and provide that information. So hope that this has been helpful. Human design for improved client work, whether you are in the therapy world or social change world or communication training world, very, very useful, elegant tool. My name is Dorota Gorby. I call my work Gentle Power, and I love supporting people who are deep thinkers, are quite empathic, and therefore can experience overwhelm more often than they would like. And I help them to reduce the standard level of overwhelm that they experience in their operations, so that they can make the difference that they are here to make.